An inspector calls in 5 minutes. The beginning section up to the exit of the inspector, part 2. So we join again at the point where the women have left the room. Birling is left alone with Gerald. Eric will come in a minute, so we get the men together. What do we notice? Okay, look at Birling's idea here. He talks about offering Gerald a cigar and says how much he loves them. Gerald can't enjoy them. Birling lights a cigar. Gerald lights a cigarette. Now, I think these tell us the difference between the two of them. Birling is showy, like a cigar is. Big show-off, look at my style here. And the cigarette suggests that Gerald is a little bit more subtle. In other words, Birling shows off his wealth. Gerald is kind of just comfortably used to it. Birling then sticks his foot in it by talking about Gerald's mother, pointing out that she feels he might have done better for himself socially. When of course, he embarrasses Gerald by that. Again, Birling is kind of socially unaware, we might say, that this is not really the way to do this. But the fact he makes excuses for her is him again saying, oh yeah, it's fine, I totally understand. Looking and backing up the way things are. When he brings in the idea of a knighthood, he's obviously very concerned with his reputation. He already brings up the idea of scandal. So reputation is important to him. We can see that's what he's most concerned about. And then Eric comes back in, and we have this conversation about women talking about clothes, which again probably shows you a little bit about their quite what we probably call misogynistic attitude towards women. Yeah, okay. Essentially, the idea that women just clothes make them feel better about themselves, and dismissing that. Last thing in this section before the inspector turns up is Birling giving his speech to the two of them when he gives his philosophy on life. Okay? A man has to make his own way, has to look after himself and his family too, of course, when he has one. So we've got Birling's philosophy coming out here on life, but most importantly, family is an afterthought. He adds it in afterwards. Oh, and family too, of course. And then he carries on talking about the idea of socialism being as if we were all mixed up together like bees in a hive, community and all that nonsense. That, of course, is going to be the inspector's view that he's about to come in and say something about it. He finishes by saying a man has to mind his own business, look after himself and his own, and then we get the sharp ring of a bell. Interruption. The interruption of his philosophy by the opposite in the terms of the inspector. Okay.